Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Viviana and I have been sharing with you all about my prep and now my post-show. So I am 1 week post-show from the Texas State Natural and I'm going to be sharing all about my post-show and what's next. Good morning everybody. So we are starting a new program. We finished our show and so I shared with you my plans. So I'm going to be maintaining at the moment so that we can plan for another show in a few months. Just we don't think the smart thing to do is to jump into a national show so soon, and so that's what we're gonna do. So today I'm training with a new training program, not going back completely to my training blocks yet, and so following this program post show, and then once I get my calories higher, my strength back, I will then go into my progressive overload training blocks. And so that's where we're at. We're here continuing to train at 5 in the morning. Cardio right now is at 45 minutes for 5 times a week, and we are going to see how those changes are going to help with my maintaining, or if I need to go down or up depending on how things are when I check in the next time. Morning everybody, look at the beautiful sunrise. Today is Saturday and my daughter is here helping me to take some pictures post show, and look at that. How pretty is that? Oh my goodness, beautiful morning. Hello everybody. So we are now 1 week post show, and really there has been very little changes as far as like my macros. We're just trying to continue to bring them up, and my training, if you heard my previous video, then you probably heard my coach getting into this program where we can slowly start building up to a progressive overload block training program. And so this week, really, I just felt work was so busy, just getting back to my routine. It is, just kind of like trying to get back to it. But we did feel a little more hungry at the beginning when I just had finished my show. My hunger started going up, and then it kind of, like always, starts getting adjusted really fast. That happens to me every time there's a change, and then my hunger starts coming down. Now, as far as like me sharing what was next, we did talk about my previous video on my post-show recommendations and judges feedback, and we are going to be in the maintenance at the moment, so we will not be doing the Ben Weeder or the Texas National show here, or the other show that we have here in December. So I'm going to try to stay as lean as possible so that if and when the opportunity comes for me to do the next show, it will not be too difficult for me to bring the body fat down, to get leaner, to get stage ready. And so that's the plan. every time I prep for a show, it gets better and better. And what I mean by that is just basically the amount of body fat that I gain through my building improvement season or maintenance season. It is a lot less and less, and the time when I'm in prep is just getting better and better. So you know, unfortunately, it doesn't take one round or one prep. And when we are in that season, when we're maintaining or building, we want to make sure that we try to put all our energy to trying to build more muscle, to try to get, you know, just as strong as possible, so that when we go back to that leaning phase and we start the depletion or the lessen of the calories and reducing, then we can see what we built during that time, and in hope, right, that we did build more muscle and that we do look better every time. Now, if there were to be a show and you know, there isn't a growth opportunity, then like you heard my coach, it all depends on how your physique looks. If the judges' feedback is for you to grow, you still need a lot more work of growing, then yes, you want to go through a whole building season, maybe even 2, because they're asking you to grow. This time for me, it was more like, let's bring your hamstrings, no, not my hamstrings, but my tie-ins, you know, to be more visible, and then maybe my upper glute. And so with that, again, previous video we did mention a little bit, or our coach did, is just to try to get you leaner, try to get me leaner, so that that could be more visible, and see where we're at, right? But we are gonna do, try to keep to maintain and try to keep our body lean, so that we can be prepared for the opportunity of the next show that comes up. So I am again doing my split, which is my 5 days out of the week, and I'm training 2 of them are lower body, 3 of them are upper body. My cardio at the moment is at 45 minutes a day for 5 days a week. And so it becomes pretty easy. I will tell you that the first few days, it is boring for me, as far as like, you're used to go, get up, gym, cardio, get ready for posing and sending updates. You know, you're checking, go to work, come back, do cardio, dinner, get ready for bed. You know, it's a routine, versus when there's less cardio, then you or I get home from work and then there is no cardio, right? Or there is no other thing that needs to be done. And so getting back to the routine and getting back to the new recommended cardio, it might be a little difficult at the beginning for some people. I'm pretty good at adjusting as things change. And so that's what has been happening. So I'm continuing to go in the morning at 5 a.m. to train. I continue to work on posing, continue to do my cardio, and everything else is just kind of part of my routine. So tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow, but I'll be checking in with my coach, which I'll share his feedback for my week of post-show. And then if there's any changes, then we'll also share that with you. check-in day, so I'm checking in for my 1 week post show. Everybody, so I wanted to share with you what I sharing with my coach as far as my updates and my check-in. Last week I put my feedback on YouTube, just to give an update. And I mean, I know that this is normal, right? People will comment, suggest, and I am totally okay with constructive criticism. It's what makes us better, right? And we get to improve on the things that we need to. And again, there's people out there that have a lot of experience. There's people that, have been watching all these bodybuilding events, athletes, and things like that. So I am always open for suggestions, and again, constructive criticism. And that happens often, and that's okay, right? But I got a message from somebody that has been like following my videos and also other athletes. And so, there was a message with suggestions and some criticism, constructive criticism, which again, I appreciate. And I shared it with my coach. And again, I share with my coach what I feel, because a lot of the times maybe I don't see it, because we're so focused on eating what we need to eat, do our cardio training and things like that. Maybe I don't see what other people see, right? So I shared with my coach that there was a message that I got that maybe I need to, go to a commercial gym to try to see if I can grow my glutes, or the other thing was maybe try Fit Model, like to go down on division. The other thing was maybe a tummy tuck for my skin, and I can't remember, but I shared these things with my coach so that see what his thoughts are. Maybe it's just me not seeing the things that other people are seeing, right? Now, I will tell you that me personally, I agree maybe that maybe a tummy tuck would help me, or it will help with the skin, right? With the loose skin. Now, when it comes to comparing with other people on stage, if there is somebody in my division that does not have skin problems, yes, they're always going to, beat you, because it's a whole package that they're looking for, regardless of your age, your kids, your story. That doesn't matter, right? This is a bodybuilding show. And so I get it, and I know what I'm getting myself into. Again, I've done this for many years, so I get it. But the only reason is because maybe that'll make my abdomen a little better and can show my definition of my abdomen muscles, so that could be helpful. But I always try to use strategies with my posing, so I stretch my skin when I'm walking, when I'm posing, things like that. And so that's why maybe some of you might not notice it, and others might. But when it comes to the show and they're comparing you, that's going to be a big part of it. So that's probably the only thing that I may agree with in, with those comments, right? The rest of the things, I did also share it with my coach, like I said, because I wanted to know what his thoughts are. I want to make sure that, somebody else is taking a look at my physique, my improvement, and the things that I'm doing so that we can get better. That is really my focus, to get better every time. I like the sport. I will continue to do it as long as I keep loving it. And so if I want to continue improving, I have to make sure that I'm open-minded, taking constructive criticism and doing what I have to do. It is part of the sport. And so I did, so when you hear my check-in and his feedback, this is where it's coming from, and this is what he's responding to after I sent him, you know, the message that I got and asking him for his thoughts or his recommendations.
Nurseviviana, okay, so 45 minutes of cardio, back into some decent food. I'm going to bump up the carbs just a little bit this week. And I love that it's been coming back down since the show. We want to make sure we're stable. We want to make sure we're feeling good and recovering good. But I want to set you up for success for the next prep. We'll go from there. It says here, hunger only goes up when calories go up the first day. Okay. Yes, the goal is Pittsburgh in May. So I want to reverse a little bit and then be able to come back down. So we don't want to get too far away from this number. Yeah, the message you got is odd. You're clearly wellness, especially wellness in this natural space. There's no other option for you. Your lower body is too big for bikini. So yeah, I find that strange and definitely not fit model. This person obviously doesn't know what they're talking about. You thought of a tummy tuck for the loose skin. Anything that you can do cosmetically to like improve the visuals. It is a competition, and so if there's two equal physiques and one has some skin issues, that's gonna, come off and potentially impact your look. But that's a very personal thing. So my goal for you would be to come in a couple pounds down from the last show, right? Maybe 3 pounds leaner, little separation in the lower body, core would be a little tighter. But so for this week, let's just move your carbs, everything else the same, including the cardio. Okay, thank you, Viviana.
Okay, everybody, so we have a new goal, and that is going to be Pittsburgh show. I think it's in May. So that's our new goal. I shared with you this week how it went, 1 week post-show, and my coach's feedback, my check-in and updates. And again, I just wanted to share with you that part of my check-in, because I know that, if I compare myself with the wellness athletes that are not natural, absolutely, I will probably not even have a chance, right? But in the natural space, like you heard my coach, it's a little different, and everybody's body is structured different. And that's where the different categories come in. And when you're a new athlete, you're going to start, kind of trying to figure that out, maybe, if you're not sure. But every category in bodybuilding has what they're looking for. And again, I'm a natural athlete. So I, of course, have to make sure that if I'm doing a comparison when it comes to competing in the wellness division, which is what I'm doing, I have to make sure that I'm doing that, right? That I am in that category. So with that being said, I just wanted to share that with you and my new goal. So we are going to maintain, and hopefully continue to bring those calories up as long as that we can, maintain this physique and body fat. And that's because we really want to try the show in Pittsburgh in May, and that's going to be my next goal, and I'm going to try to vlog all about it. So here we go. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.